It's you and everybody has jobs.
So who played first?
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. Everyone has what everyone has. So with me, me now go say to myself, me I go save because me love Beers that is the anthem. Me I go save that anthem, the Bounty Killer anthem for Beers that is. No, I'm not gonna do that because it's a what? It's a forward dance. We're criticizing from the outside. Oh, the younger youth them now play the authentic Bounty Killer voice. True, Lord of mercy. It's stagnant to us because of our beliefs. So I was on Spectrum, I was on Earth Ruler, I was on Addies, I was a sound whore. Now I put the 6 trillion in that account and then you move the 4.5 billion to that account and then you move it to the Entertainment Report podcast and just let them know, sign the contract because I'm in the building. One Steelie, one Bashment. So I'll call you back in 15 minutes because this interview is gonna go worldwide. You feel me? All right, speak to you in a minute.
Listen, when you have the landmark in the building, that's the type of stuff that they're talking about. You're not really supposed to see that, but you're going to get to really see it because my good friend, my brother, from another mother, my Aquarius friend, is definitely here in Toronto again.
Again and again and again and again.
The landmark.
And again and again.
Brooklyn landmark.
And again and again. And
Steelie Bashment.
The flipping world.
Come on, bro. What's good, bro?
It's the 2024 revised Steelie Bashment. You don't see the fat, chunky Steelie Bashment with the 365 pounds no more. You see the slim Jim. You don't even know my age. You think I'm a little picnic when it comes to the Bashment. So that's what we promoting right now. More life, more health, more wealth. 2024 Entertainment Report podcast. We're in the building. So talk to me and talk to me nice.
Listen, so are you telling me this is the AI version that we're getting right here?
It's not the AI, it's the IA. Yeah. I and I thing. Feel me? I and I thing. That's what Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Welcome back to the city, boss.
Yeah, man. Toronto T-Dot. It's a blessing to be here once again. One Steelie, one Bashment. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover. So get your popcorn, get your soda. No soda, matter of fact. Get your coconut water because we got a lot of time.
Definitely. And you know what I mean? That's what I like because you're definitely a friend and a family of the podcast. Because this will be like your third, possibly fourth time right here.
Yeah, because you know what you did? We did the first one and then you put it under the pile of everybody else. So that becomes like me was on the top and I ended up on the bottom. Pause. No diddy. Talk to me nice.
Yo, listen, you're here for you last night. I seen your level annual dance we have here. When dancing nice.
Hold on, talk to me nice.
All right.
Talk to me nice.
But this was actually your first time on that stage here. What was it like being in Toronto for When Dancing Nice? Describe to the people that haven't been there what that type of party is like.
All right, this is the first time that I ever been to an event with so much attendance, The last time I've been to Toronto with crazy people like that with a high attendance was about 15 years ago. Steelie Bashment, Stone Love, and David Rodigan. I don't know if you remember.
That was probably history. Was it history?
Nah, I think it was history. Yeah. Yes, it was. It was history, and I'm glad you pinpointed that because I was just saying JCA, which it was in the JCA, but it was definitely history. So I never seen a crowd to that caliber 15 years ago. You know, so it's just a great feeling to know that when Dance Did Nice, take up them phone and say, Steelie, you know, long me I try get to you. Pause, no diddy. And it was a pleasure for me to actually be a part of their big production, their establishment, their credibility, their event of crazy credibility. So big up on, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I know when it comes to something like an event like that, that's where you get the people that likes the 80s, 90s, early 2000s and stuff. And I know somebody like you that's been in the game so long.
Correct.
You're perfect for something that we're okay, yeah, you know the 80s, but you also know the 2024. So how did you play last night? How was that type of crowd for you last night?
Music to me is, if you know your core crowd, you're in your comfort zone. If you do not know your core crowd, it's like you're picking and choosing what to play. You're kind of feeling out what they want, what they don't want. Because last night was a mixture of sister, mommy, granny, daddy, brother, sister, uncle, the picnic, the toddler, everybody, the babysitter, everybody. It was just a mix up of everybody that collaborated into thousands of people. So when someone is not familiar with you, their comfortability is kind of like, who's this guy? You know, a lot of people heard of Steelie Bashment. A lot of people listened to the CDs. A lot of people didn't even know who I was. It was a lot of people, their first introduction. So I had to kind of balance the music and not bore certain people that was there for the first time or listening to me for the first time. So I had to kind of go different directions with the music. If I seen something didn't work, I switched it right away back, you know, and that's what business people do. If you have a business and certain things is not selling, you ain't gonna keep on selling the same potato chips.
No way.
No, you're gonna go to barbecue chips.
100%.
You know what I mean? Or spicy chips. Got the regular chips now sell.
Yeah.
So definitely I went to the barbecue last night.
Definitely. And you see the thing like you with it is somebody like you that's been in the business so long. I think I seen one of your merch shirts say from 1987.
Right.
The landmark from 87. That's
Correct.
Let's do some math now. That's a long time, bro.
That's a long time. That's a long damn time.
Why do you think you got such staying power in a business where it's like 5-10 years sound and selectors change? Why do you think you have such staying power to actually still be doing what you do at such a high level?
I have no choice. This is my only job. When you have one specific job and not a multiple stream of incomes, you have to be great at what you do. You have to take in consideration that the market change, time change, people change, the industry change. And I'm looking for the word of when everything changes, it's like you have to kind of be compatible into what's going on now. So we're good at what we're doing. I am good at what I do. When it comes to the 80s and 90s, like you said, I'm good at playing the music of that genre. I could close my eyes and play it blindly, right? Without a doubt. But the generation nowadays, they don't understand it to the depths of how we understand it. So when the daughters in the house and mommy and daddy are play Dennis Brown, yes, they understand that. But we more understand the Dennis Brown 10 albums that they only know, here I come with love. But when you go into the Little Green Apples, they're like, what is this old guy playing? Like, take it. I want to hear some Dexter Daps.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful of adjusting to today's clients when it comes to stability. As long as I've been doing it, I learned to adjust and embrace the younger generation.
So if you're playing like, let's go say something like Memories, that's one of your big brands that you have.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
Memories on the Water, Memories All White and stuff like that. Opposed to like, say, a Friday night in a club. What's the real difference in how you're playing? Are you going to give them the same style of playing just with new music, or you have to adjust completely when you're playing for like a club crowd opposed to Memories?
You have to adjust completely because you don't know the core audience that you're playing in front of. So you may have fans of your brand, which I have a lot of fans of my brand, that believes in what I do. So I could play corn, chips, and rice. I could play peas and chicken. I could play hot dog and bananas. Pause. That the hot dog and banana thing is super pause.
Yeah, no, that I don't usually say pause, but that one there's a super pause.
Right. So I'm just trying to give you an analogy, which that was a bad one, of how you have to kind of watch who's in front of you, see the movement of people that's in front of you. And if they're not moving, you have to know the knowledge to change it. So it goes by the diverse crowd. It applies everywhere, no matter what.
Yeah. No, 100% agree. And this is going to bring me to this thing. The next big, huge monster event that's coming up that you're a part of is World Bash New York. Listen, we had it in Canada and it was wild, crazy. Now they're bringing it back to New York with Steelie. But you see, this dance here has a couple of different it has like 3 different components in it. There's a crowning with Rory, Sky Juice, Glamour Wayne, and Jagami. All right. But then this is your second part here where the New York Shellers come into play, which is you, Massive B, Next Level, Noah, and
Polish.
All right. What kind of strategy are you going to actually come with on that night there where, because remember, this is now no longer just your place. This is all of you guys' place. What are you going to actually pop off that night there, Steelie?
I will have to watch to see and test the temperatures of the water. I can't sit here and say, all right, I'm going to make a playlist to go in there to know that, okay, I'm going to play this and I'm going to play that. I have to listen to what's taking place, which direction they're going. And then and there, I can kind of adjust to the direction I may go, you know, and just like a party, we feed off of the DJ that plays previously. Like last night when Dance Did Nice, like I did not drop the energy when I first started. I kept the energy up.
For
and
sure.
It depends on, you know, the people, watching the people. So playing music is a skill that is injected into you to know when, where, how, ifs, what's, maybes, and which direction to go. So I can't sit here and say, okay, I go start off with dub or I have no idea until the 29th of November.
But you got to remember, a lot of people, they're going to be surprised what comes out of your box because a lot of times they don't hear what's inside of Steelie's box because you're juggling, you do all these nice dances.
Correct.
So then when they start hearing you wheel off, even though it's not a strictly dub dance, it's going to be very interesting. But again, it's you and everybody has dubs.
So who played first? Remember,
that's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. Everyone has what everyone has. So with me, you know, me now go say to myself, me I go save because me love Beer Sadisi anthem. Me I go save that anthem, the Bounty Killer anthem for Beer Sadisi. No, I'm not gonna do that because it's a what? It's a forward dance, right? It's just like a clash. I'm not gonna allow that person to play that because I know he will have the advantage over what I, but again, it's what the people are receptive to. Are they receptive to Next Level playing out BSRC anthem? Are they receptive to Massive B playing Jaro's Garnet too because they want to hear it from Jaro? But now that gives your opponent the advantage not to work or put in no work. No, you got to work that night. I don't care what people are saying. Why we should have left that for Jaro? But you hear that from Jaro every night. It's something that we love, but here is the Shellers now giving you that that breath of fresh air, that resuscitation. Yeah, man, the Shellers, that was say November 29th. Get ready for that Amazoro.
Okay, so then now let's get down to the hardcore guys now, which is King Klepto, Fire Links, Bass Odyssey, Jaro, and who else is on that? And Soul Supreme.
So let me ask you a question, right?
Talk to me.
What are you going to be impressed about that you never seen from these guys before?
But that goes the same way with even you guys that's struggling. What is that? You know what? That is the question, right?
Right.
What's going to be impressive?
It would be more impressive. You said it yourself of not knowing. Okay, you know the hardcore 4 I go play with them play where you love already. And that would be the expectations. It would be harder for us to bring across what we have to the people that don't know. I think that's a harder hill to climb. Than to go there and just put on a song and just walk out in the middle of the floor and make that song they play and the place a mash up. What did you just say? What did you just say?
What did you do?
What did you just do? So it's more of a comfortability for them than for us.
I really want to see, because a lot of people, I don't know if they remember, if they even realize, you and somebody like Fire Links have a lot of history there too. You know?
Of course.
Where I want to see how now that the playing field is level, what is a Steelie and Firelings in particular gonna come up with that night? That's what I want to
But
see.
you have to remember Noah too, Noah have something to prove. So you have to inject Noah into that, cause them are gonna come with them gimmicks too, In my Polish, you can't. And then you have next level of people are not giving them, and I would say of what I'm hearing, I'm not saying me in person,
The streets.
but the streets are saying like next level, where they gonna come with, and they may be the element of surprise, wipe out everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. So the interview with Chin now, Chin is forcing that energy out of you because he's promoting. But in reality, it's like, why? What the hell is gonna happen that night?
It's gonna be extremely interesting because I said it's 3 different elements happening in one venue, and you guys are New York All-Stars. So then let's see if you guys are defending the grow.
And it depends on the format that night, And my format that I would suggest to make it more interesting is odd even, meaning that next level, then a Jaro, then a Steelie Bashment, then a Bass Odyssey, then a Massive B, then a Firelings, then I know I'm Polish. In that aspect, it brings out the best in who plays before you and after you. Compared to me a player, then Noah player, then Massive B, then we feel like we're in club large.
It's lopsided.
It feel like we're in a club
Q
in
club.
Brooklyn, in Q Club, So I suggested that to kind of put whoever's before or after on their A game. So you could say, Jara play and play a dub, so I'm not gonna play dubs. Let me try this, or let me start with the dubs. But now if you do the hardcore 4, it goes back into World Clash now. It's like, we seen this already.
That's what we're moving from.
That's where we're moving from. Okay, even when we're playing as the jugglers, we seen that already. So let me kind of mix it up and shuffle it up and let each other feed off of each other. And I think that way would kind of make it a lot interesting.
Okay, cool. You brought up something too, because you said there's the hardcore guys and then there's the jugglers. What's your thought on Soundclash in 2024? Is Soundclash dead? Is it growing? Is it at the same level? Where is Soundclash now? Because you're also, I'm talking from a sound point and even promoted, because you sometimes live on both sides of the fence.
It's a generational change. Generational change, as we mentioned before. You have to grow with what is happening now. People who loved what happened back in the days is not inserting themselves to change what's going on now. Everyone has their opinions, right? People who are still in it have to adjust to what's going on. So prime example, a man back in the days when a party again will look at me and say, Steelie, man, I like how you play, because you used to play better back in the days. Bro, you don't go nowhere no more to find out what the hell is going on in the streets.
Yeah.
Right? So clashes nowadays, it's being adapted by those who are still active as younger generations in the sound system world. So, okay, we as veterans saying that we're criticizing from the outside, oh, the younger youth, them now play the authentic Bounty Killer voice. True, Lord of mercy. Because it's a different era. It's a different voice. They're voicing what's compatible to their generation.
What's happening right now.
What's happening right now. But to us now, we're going to criticize and say, oh, that's not the killer from 1983. We can't continuously restart time. Yesterday will never come back. Today is now and tomorrow it's a new day, right? So we have to look towards tomorrow in how we can grow for tomorrow instead of trying to change what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah. We can't change. We don't know.
Yeah. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it moving.
You gotta keep it moving.
But then, okay, finish.
So I would say the generations of soundclash today is compatible to what they understand. Because remember, Garnet Silk and Dennis Brown now kill sound again. You know?
You feel so?
They're using a Jixie King in 1-for-1 versus Garnet Silk and winning with the Jixie King, bro. Whoever heard that before, bro? It's happening. It's happening. Mm-hmm. So the structure of going back to when I say Jaga B and Glamour, when I say I didn't want to insert myself into that, now you see our conversation that led up to now with the younger generations of the generational change. Mm-hmm.
So, but I hear all of that though. But when you say the arena itself, is it growing, is it dying, or is it stagnant?
It's not growing.
Okay, so then it's not growing. So is it dying or is it stagnant?
It's not dying.
So it's stagnant?
It's not stagnant, because stagnant comes with our beliefs again of it's not going nowhere because of how it's being played now. Mm-hmm. It's not being stagnant to those who are active. Make it make sense. It's stagnant to us because of our beliefs. It's not stagnant to them because they are enhancing what they're doing. The Young Guns, the King Animosity, they don't business about who don't want to be in the arena no more. They're current and spending a lot of money.
Boss. so you would think that the arena is shedding its skin to bring new flavor and new vibes into the business right now, but it's in a funny place where I think a lot of clashes are keeping, but I don't think the attendance is there.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. And this is my opinion. Everything that I'm saying is solely my opinion, right? Clashes is like a round robin now. You have 20 of the active sounds that's currently clashing, younger sounds. It's no longer, I would say, like our era, something that interests us because we knew what it was. Mm-hmm. To them, it's, I would call it, what you call it something that you love, like when you continuously invest into something that you love, but you're not getting back anything out of it. We did call that word.
Like a hobby?
Like a hobby. Mm-hmm. Soundclash nowadays become an expensive hobby to those who love it. Like now, Muscle, you would invest $1,000 into that microphone plug, and I would only pay $100 because you're investing into what you love. It don't matter if you're getting hired. It don't matter if you're getting gigs. It's something that you love. So you're gonna put your $1,000 into that, and wifey are gonna say, yo, Muscle, where you do? You know, say we have rent tomorrow. I say we are gonna sleep outside, you know. I want that mic cord. So I love it. Because I love it. So this generation loves it. So with the round robin sounds, they might go spend their money because it's an investment to give them joy, bragging rights of what's going on. So it's compatible to bragging rights back in the days, but it's their style.
Yeah.
Nope. So it's faded to us, but it's not faded to them.
Okay, I could understand the way of thinking, but sometimes when you're looking at it from a black and white experience, it's like, I know when you do this and this. Okay, good one. This is going to segue us there. History Clash, all right? Mm-hmm. Why did you stop keeping History Clash?
Because it became noticeable that I was using my brain on these sounds. To be really honest with you, they caught on. They caught on. First, it was set up as, yo man, Addis, come juggle with firelings. Yeah, okay. And knowing that those two is in the arena, we don't know what's gonna happen. So after the 10th year now, it was like, hold up. He's really taking us for an idiot. And then now the price factor started changing. So when the price factor started changing, it kind of priced me out of my expectations of what I wanted for the people. An indirect clash.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like everybody just was like, nah, we ain't fucking with you. Because now I start going for the bigger sounds and just say, nah man, just play along LP. It's no clash. No. Remember the biggest rivals in the world, nah.
That was right. No worry.
And then when I get them in an arena, it's horns in there. They're like, yo, what that? Remember? So it puts you in a situation where you have it through a word, no matter what, because that's what the people come for.
So when you say, okay, audience and black and white numbers, were they still matching up even when you did your 10th year of that dance?
Yes, of course.
So you stopping, again, as you said, you're just truthful. It was you using your mind. It had nothing to do with numbers. Okay, I'm not getting the numbers to sustain this type of model that I'm after.
And it became price points where it became just like an artist. If this artist hears that this artist, I get more for dub plates, they're gonna raise their price.
For sure.
So if one is hearing that they got this, and the next one I'll say, yo, I want this. And they know the attendance is still this. Financially, it doesn't make sense, black and white.
Yeah.
So I was doing it for the love, the fun, because no one was clashing back then again, and they just looked at it as I was getting over.
What would you say would be your top 3 of those dances that you did? It was history clash or history?
It started history dance.
Started a history dance.
Then I started history clash when it was Addis and Soul Supreme.
Tell me those 3 memorable out of that 10-year run that you say, holy shit, I'd never forget these.
I did one that I created history, but it didn't. The vibes wasn't there, and it was a task for me to put that together, and that was Addis, Mataran, Firelinks, and Bodyguard.
Yes.
That hell to get me that dance, but they all agreed to it. Yo, for me talk to Addis, to allow Mataran. You remember Mataran just leaving, bro. Not just left, but it wasn't. And then Bodyguard and Lynx, where Lynx is doing his own thing. Bro, it took everything out of me to pull that off. But I don't think that energy reached where I projected it to go.
A lot of stuff look good on paper, fantasy, soundclash, sound juggle, it looks that way. But remember, a lot of times when egos start connecting on the stage, we're no longer partners, we're just working together because this is a thing tonight. It's gonna be a totally different energy. Because now everybody's a star.
I wanted Firelinks on Bodyguard, and he didn't go on there. I was like shit. I was like shit. And at that time, Addis wanted to focus on Pin because it was a talk that Addis need back Mataran. And Addis was like, no, let Pin play his segment. you know? So I'm like, shit, this shit coiled up.
Yeah.
And Lynx did his thing. And then I think Bodyguard had 6 killers at that time. So everybody wanted to showcase, which was understandable. But on paper now, everyone was saying, Bumbo, Mataran back behind this, Firelings back behind Bodyguard. And it never happened.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Two more dances. You say, this one I'll never forget.
The first one was historical. The first one was Radigan, Mighty Crown. Bro, that's when Radigan was like, Mighty Crown, make we spice up the place, because they was just juggling. And I went to Chin, I was like, Chin, spice up, make them spice up something, man. Because that's what the crowd wanted. And Chin whispered, Radigan. And Radigan took the mic and said, oh, Mighty Crown, make we spice up the place. I'll go tune for tune. The place went crazy. Crazy. And they went tune for tune. When Radigan played the tenor saw, that whole place flattened down to the ground. And people enjoyed that 15 minutes more than the whole night.
Yeah. But that's what you need. To have a successful event, you need that bright spark. Just give me, even if it's a song, something happened. You need that bright spark for you to say, yes, remember again.
So that went to year 2. So now what I was doing, I was adding what I realized to kind of make them agree to it.
Yeah.
I would have, say, Addie's, LP, then Young Chow, then a Steelie Bashment, and then
nice up the thing.
So when they see that now, it wouldn't be a question of, are they gonna do it? And then when them reach another building, we'll just step aside. The next one was hard to get to. I believe it was Stone Love, Addie's, and I think LP. Jeez. History. History. So I was going after what nobody else couldn't get. That right there, jeez.
Yeah.
And that's when Kingpin rushed Stone Love. Bro. So when we're going back to the historical moments that we have to consider us as legends, that's why I say I put myself in that category. I don't expect no one to give me my flowers because I know the work that I put out for you to even sit here and bring up certain points to discuss. You know, certain people, you're not gonna have no discussions. You're gonna have to pick and ask. But great interviewers and great podcasts knows the stability of who they're interviewing.
100%.
So we could sit down here and talk for days. So those history moments was undeniable.
Okay. We know what you got. We know what you did. You know you did the 10-year run. What was one history dance that you tried that did not work? You tried your best and it could not work, boss.
I don't think nothing that I didn't do, that it didn't work. Addie's and Soul Supreme, I couldn't even believe that I got that. And it was, that time Addie's was on a killing spree and Soul Supreme was just chilling. Just chilling. So I was like, yo, let me try after this. And I guess they viewed each other as, or Addie's viewed themselves as, yeah, let me just wipe them off of this, man. Bro, I didn't realize that became the biggest out of most of our new generation clashes, the Addie's and Soul Supreme, because it's Brooklyn versus Brooklyn now. So it brought it back to the days where that side versus this side.
Like a Addies versus LP, where this is
the whole of the 50s versus the whole of new lots. And everybody's coming out. When that dance kept, police came and shut down the building. They told me it was gang related. They said that they got phone calls that it's going to be stabbings. It was the word, you want to see the whole precinct, helicopters, every block off barricade. And I'm talking about the iron barricades, where they come in, put the crane down and the brick that you can't pass. It was chaos out there. I was like, damn. So that's where the remix happened in Amazura. That became bigger than. So, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But after that, you have to sit down and kind of think about what the people want. And that's always has been the structure of history. During COVID, I was going to do Soul Supreme and Fire Links. They said that would never happen.
Yeah.
Right? So during COVID, I asked Soul Supreme. They was like, yo, every time me and Rito talk, yo, just get the next sound and I'm good. That's your problem. They got problems with us. Get the next sound and I'm good. Me and Fire Links had this thing where he kept on complaining that I wasn't gonna pay his price that he wanted. During COVID, when the stimulus are run and the PPP are run, we say, Links, ready for you? No, we'll pay you with this government check. He agreed, and I was going to Miami Carnival. So this was the first clash out of the COVID, which Miami was open, and I went to look at this big field that holds like 10,000 people. He agreed to it and then withdrew. I said, get the hell out of here. So what are you saying now? And this is what he's sticking by, because I'm hearing it, numerous of times. He don't want to go into it without his selector. His selector can't travel. So him no want to go in night with a selector. So I'm like, yo, what's Links? This is 4 months prior to the event. I'm giving you what you asked me for.
Yeah.
And this price, what you told me, it's unheard. You can't tell nobody say you get this. Because I knew that was what the people wanted. And it's the first clash in the COVID. So I couldn't miss off of that.
Yeah.
Like a business,
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. So it didn't matter what he asked me for. And it was a selector that stopped that event from going forward.
That would have been one, because they did clash already. They did.
Years
Fire
that
Links.
it was unfinished, that the CD never released, and everyone complaining about it. Yeah. So it was a debate up to this day who won. Up to this day.
Yeah. And you're ready to settle it.
I'm ready to settle it.
Yeah.
So again, going back to Chin geniusness, let me just put everybody in one venue and kind of stop the anticipated clashes that people may look forward to. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Links ain't gonna clash Soul Supreme. That's our expectations that we were gonna see. Addies not clash Soul Supreme again. That's gone. LP is just chilling, watching what's going on. So who we have left? The younger generations.
Yeah.
That doing business. Let me go in a small little place, spend my $150,000 for play Buju, Chronicle Law, and God and Jesus in a combination.
Combination, boss.
They got it.
Yeah.
So that's our entertainment.
Oh, definitely. One name we brought up earlier, we brought up Jagabeat earlier, but there was one other person that was so instrumental too, Claude.
Right.
All right. Claude passed. It was last year he passed.
Yeah, I think yes, yeah.
Time is moving so
Yes.
Wild right now.
Fast, yes.
What were some of the lessons that you've learned from somebody like Claude, a giant like Claude?
I remember I was as a juvenile, I was the hottest thing in New York. Hottest thing before I joined Africa. So, my back broad. Nobody can tell me nothing. One man army. So I remember going into a party with Claude and I walk with my records. Big Africa party. And he say, are you a player by yourself? I was like, I got this, man. He was like, yo, you need this. I said, I got this. Don't even worry about it. Right? First of all, I'm playing. That time, the new song them out. So I'm playing. So I'm like, 3 o'clock. Where's everybody? Ain't nobody in here. So I'm playing. 4 o'clock. Dance empty, I'm like, yo, me play at them time. They brown in the new song them and I'm playing everything. Right? So 5:30, I found in, I said 2 and 3 people in there. 5:45 now, I said 300 people. 6 o'clock, I said 800 people. I'm like, what the frig is this?
Good old New York, bro.
Bro, every song me have play already, bro. And I didn't understand the structure going back to when dance did nice.
Yeah.
Of an Afrique dance, where you play souls to nobody comes and then you play a little studio one, that's the structure, and then you play a little nice little singing music, and when the dance full up, you start go back into the souls now, and then when Jagabi reach 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when you play the Rere.
Yeah.
Bro, I played all of that when nobody was in there. Me flop like dog. Everybody I say, oh, how that little idiot you have, Claude? How that idiot there? Everybody stood up for me and he just sat back and watched me. He didn't say nothing. Sat back and watched me. Drowned, sweating like a dog. Didn't know which direction to go. Cause remember, me now have one studio, one song, and I'm a boxing, bro.
Yeah, you're hot. You're not dealing with.
Cause I'm playing for the juveniles. I'm the hot kid playing for the juveniles. After that, it's the biggest lesson ever learned of, first, listening. Second, don't think you know everything. Third, I'm gonna go back to the first. A good listener is a good learner. And at times when people are trying to explain things to us, we jump the gun and say, we know. Sometimes it's good to know and still listen, because at the end of the conversation, you may hear something that you never knew. So I always listen out a conversation to kind of dissect bits and pieces of what that person is saying to me. So going back to Super Claude now, if I would have took what he said to me and kind of say, okay, let me listen and put my things them together. And I jumped the gun and said, I know. We don't know everything. And that was the biggest fail I failed music-wise, and learning that lesson at the same time, that you're never too big for learn, or too small for learn. So, yes. And he took my wing to kind of mold me into knowing the songs, understanding the songs, and to play certain songs for different crowds. So with the younger generations and the African teachings, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
At my young age.
Here you 100%. And did you have any conversation with him right before he passed, where you link with, where everybody was busy doing their own type of thing?
He was my general, even when he wasn't, that relevant or hot like that, him can call me and say, yo, boss, I want to put something towards my rent, And I wouldn't question it. Never question.
Yeah.
And that's the relationship that we had, that I give thanks for you to even give me that platform. Even when I left and I did the Soul CD, it's still the teachings of Afrique that allow me to learn those songs.
To do that. That wasn't something you came up with out of your mind. This was as you said, seeing Jagga B come in and do his thing, super Claude, them
And
would
know that these are the songs.
boss. All you do now is mix it in your own way.
That's
talk
it.
in your own way.
Gone. And that put me on a platform that the world knows Steelie Bashment now. Everybody thought I was 96 years old. When them see me, them I say, you name, yo, I go to Jamaica one day. And the young selectors, when they see me, they was like, are you name Steelie Bashment?
Yeah.
Are you name Steelie Bashment? I lie, I tell. Me, I look for this old man. You know how much times I get that?
Yeah.
Because I did that CD when I was 16. Way ahead of my time.
Yeah.
And that's when I left Afrique. 17. I left Afrique.
You left a freak at 17?
At 17, yes.
So how old were you when you got there?
Bro, I played Afrique for 17, I think. No, the year was 2017.
Yeah, big.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking it's 17. 2017.
Yeah.
I left Africa.
Was 2017.
2017.
But you were doing a lot of stuff on your own pre that. I guess that was when you said, okay, full stop now, because you were doing a lot of Steelie Bashment stuff pre 2017.
Right, correct. So I was on Spectrum. I was on Earth Ruler. I was on Addies. I was a sound whore.
Yeah.
So Steelie Bashment name was there. It was Steelie, and then when I joined Afrique, Steelie Bashment. And when I left Afrique, I kind of, because Claude was the general to shut down everything. I wasn't getting nowhere, dead free, hungry, you know. So I had to go back to my core people, them who put me up there, and they embraced me back and kept me afloat.
Send you on the road.
Send me on the
Because
road.
you know what's interesting? Again, it's like, you remember when your parents would say, yeah, I know Patsy for 30, 40 years, 25 years. And to us, when we're kids coming up, that seemed insane. We could not understand. Now that's what we're saying. We're saying, yeah, I've been playing music for 30 years, 40 years. That's what I've been doing. Right. It's so crazy to hear that, even with your name, Bashment. Remember, Bashment was a thing that was big.
That's what Killer
in the 90s, you know.
That's what Killer said.
Big. And then it dips. So it's like, are you going to survive long enough with this name where your name is now not synonymous with a thing? It's now your name? Or what are you going to do? Because it's like you could have been named Steelie Yush.
Right.
Your name was Steelie Yush. You're gone, you know, boss.
Right.
So it's like the fact that you got to live long enough to see Steelie Bashment become not a party, but your name, that's amazing, bro.
To these newer generations that's hearing about Steelie Bashment, they don't even understand what is a bashment. They just saying to themselves, that's my name.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to this place the other day, and it's funny that I played a song, right? I played a song, and the selector asked me for the song. And I said, nah, I can't give you the song, because now if I give it to you, you're gonna give it to Tom, you're gonna give it to this person, and then when me ready to play it again, come back around, everybody has it, right? So I told him no. So him said, boy, Steelie, yo, me rate you and blah, 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 and kept on going on.
I asked me for the song, and I said no. And I said, you know me did have this song from Afrique days, right? I said, him say, and he said to me, him say, yo, who you call a freak? Me look like freak to you? And I'm like, these kids don't even know. And I said, it's a blessing because you don't know a freak, but you know Steelie Bashment. So I took that as a blessing, as in reference to me, I still put out my work. While others are, and I'm not pinpointing a freak, are just round table talks. I am still in the talks and round table talks.
Yeah.
So I just brought up that scenario just to show you that, you know, the relevancy, it's the work that I'm still putting out. For me to still grow. Going back to what we said in the beginning.
The very first thing, yeah.
The first thing. So it's a lot of work, and to still do it on this level, it's tiring, but it's the love that we have.
No, I get it. You gotta love what you're doing to actually be still around doing what you're doing.
Of course.
If it was just a thing, okay, the girls, I can make a quick buck or so, you'd have been out of the business long time ago.
You have okay, the DJs that don't want to accept change, they're still in their house playing a record them in them house. If you want change, kind of reinvent yourself or put yourself in a position where you're out there so you could advocate for change. If you're not out there seeing what's going on, you can be in your basement speaking rah, rah, rah. Oh, them not good, cause them not play them song. Yeah. You go out there and play it in front of 5,000 people and say, well, go on. Go ahead. And they stand up and look at you like crickets. Not me.
Yeah.
I am playing what you want to hear. You cannot say that I don't understand our era. I understand it. All is like the back of my hand. Can't sleep, all this. But I like to learn. I want to know what's the new dance, them Uptown Mondays and them thing there. Because I failed already. I failed, and I'm gonna let you know, I played at this dance in Philly about 3 years ago. I flopped like dog.
The big Steelie.
I had the worst flop me ever flopping. I'm in live till the point where I sat down on the stage and the man sweeping was telling me to excuse my foot, sound gone, buckle girl gone, everybody, the place is clean, and I have a 3-hour drive to drive back home, And I sat right on that stage.
What the hell happened?
And I want, all right, this story is connecting back to the whole entire, how can I find a word? The whole entire concept of our conversation.
The premise.
The premise, right? So I was in Philly one year. And what I usually do, I ask the younger generations to give me the new songs then. And every time I ask for the new song then, I always tell them, give me the top 5. So I would have the top 5, but don't study them. So my mentality was just to go to a party and play them, not understanding what the song's about. I know it's just the top 5 songs. So I went to this party in Philly 3 years ago or so, and me and Lava and some son from Philly. So I played early and some hip hop and mash up in there, right? So I'm like chest broad, mash up in there, So, Lava came in and did his thing, mash up in there, right? So the young son them start playing, and the man them start playing some Gaza song them. That time the Gaza, Philly full of Gaza, the new song them, and I'm sitting back, I kind of lean back and I'm watching and I'm like, why? So is these the songs that they gave me? Because I'm not studying it now.
You just know you have it?
I don't know. I don't know. So I'm saying, is these the songs? If I play it again, would it be a playback? I don't know. All I know is Valiant and Sting and them and they around the place, but I don't understand the songs. So I said to Lava, I turned to Lava, I said, Lava, this don't look good, I said, what do you think I should play? The man I said, then are you name Steelie Bashment, man? Never question yourself where you go play. I said, Lava, this no look good. I don't know which direction. Are you name Steelie Bashment, man? Then are you the God? Yeah, I'm a God, man. Anything you got, they gonna do. I'm like, I'm not listening to you, Lava. Lava, this no look good. So a couple of sounds played and they had me staged to play last. Play us full. So I go to one of the little DJ them and said, brother, I have the new song them, you know. I said, can I play now? And just play my style of playing and me forward you in. The man said, no, man, my time now, man. I'm mad, man. My time now. And I said, brother, I ask you again. And my style this, make me play my style. Brother, I'm mad, man. Fly him laptop and plug in. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, lava. Yo, I was going to say lava play, you know, and I wasn't going to play back. Right? So when the man done shell out this gang, them everybody a rifle walk, and I'm like standing, I'm like, jeez, I'm in peace, I'm in trouble. I said, lava, what you think we should have started? The man said, you're a style, man. So I said, some Celine Dion. Remember, at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, Gaza town, you know. And I'm like, shit. So I said, all right. I said, 2 more before Steelie. I said, people, you don't know my style already. 1 Steelie, 1 Bashment. Now go for the girl them now. And you just hear. I see everybody turn around. Look at me, I said, oh fuck. That's the first song, and everybody turned and looked. I said, oh shit.
At that moment,
you fucked up. I fucked up. So I said, boom. Whitney Houston, all of the girl them walk out. I said, 1 girl walk out. I said, oh shit. I'm gonna look by my time, you know. I got 2 hours to go. Every sound pack up them thing on laptop and gone, you know. I said, lava, I walked through the door. I said, Jesus Christ, hypocrite. I'm a friend, but they left me for dead. So I said, boom, switch it right away. I said, all right, let me try this now. We go Barris. I said, fuck, start sweating on, you know, bro. So sweat start drip down my face, and I said, damn. Boom, we got Super Cat. Nobody now move. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, Lord, just make me disappear right now. Brother, after my first 40 minutes into my juggling, we just see, like the whole dance go whisper to each other. I said, make my leg up. By the time, I never see a party emptied so quick in my life. Everybody walked out in unison and left. I was like, frick. I was so depressed. So depressed because this is the first time this ever happened to me. Going back to acting like you know everything, but not putting your time into your craft.
To understand the craft.
And understand it, right? So I sit on by the stage and it bothered me all day. I call Lava, and Lava said, what go on? And I said, Lava, you know, I'm fuck up. So he was like, that time Lava live hot, you know. The man said, oh, that the girl I talk about on the live. I was like, yo, you fucking piece of shit. I said, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it is funny that the man, I said, don't worry about that, man. You're good, man. I'm damn stressed, bro. I even posted it on social media, like, you know, sometimes, you know, the quote, you fail and, you know, you just, like Lava was like, take that shit down, bro. I was like, nah, I'm depressed, bro. So I spoke to my mother, and my mother said, you know what? You're great. And what you need to do is don't put yourself in one category of playing music. She said, learn the music then, and know that when you go somewhere, you need to be diverse in knowing what to do, where to go. You see, from that, bro, I know every rifle walks song, every
Roger
riff,
Wild,
every Roger,
craft.
every single one of them. And I listen to them to understand what they're saying, when to play it, how to play it. Because
Not
I
just
am
having it.
not just having it like I did before. So it's me investing into my craft of growing and not people putting you in one box. So if them say Steelie play last, yeah man, me ready man. Cause me I go wipe out everything where you do. You feel me?
Yeah.
So again, it goes with investing into the times instead of being in your house, playing the records and criticizing. That record player guy would have loved what me do. When everybody walk out, him would have say, yeah, man, me love the Dennis Brown where you play, brother.
Them don't know a tune.
Them don't know a tune, but you're not going back out again. These are the hardcore people that goes out every night. So by any means necessary, and sometimes that's what I fall into. I fall into a category where people want to hear Steelie Bashment and want to hear the souls, but it's not a souls crowd. So it's the majority. Cause last night we could have souls them to death, you know. We could have Dennis Brown them to the next to the next election.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of adjust to what's in front of you, bro. And people have to understand that.
Listen, when it comes to music, we could sit here and talk music from now till next week because that's embedded in our soul. But we live a real life too. And I know that from time to time you put out real life situations on your Instagram. There's two of them that I want to talk to you about. All right. The first one was you actually being brave enough to show that you went for a colonoscopy. All right. Why do you think that was important to show that's something you're doing, especially the lifestyle that you live as a DJ, on a plane, late night eating, this and that, even though I know you eat very healthy and stuff like that now. But why did you think that it was important to really put out that you were going for a colonoscopy?
It's knowing, researching, and educating yourself is very important in every aspect of things that we do. You know, you want to learn about equipment, you go on YouTube. You want to learn about what's the reasons why we are dying at this certain age, or what is the percentage of diseases that, you know, my age group, your age group, her age group have. And I've been hearing this talk of the colonoscopy going around for quite some time. At this specific age group needs to kind of take care of themselves. And what kind of opened my eyes to it was the guy with the Black Panther guy that passed away.
Chadwick Boseman?
Right. Of the same situation with the colon, I believe it was a colon cancer, right? So right there and then I said, no, sir. I have a mindset of, besides external injuries, I'm not going to the doctor for internal sickness. Our bodies are a self-healing mechanism once you feed your body right. Growing plants, if you water it too much, it oversaturates itself. You have to take your time, the right sunlight, you know, the right water, and different stipulations to bloom that flower. It's just like your body. What are you putting in your body for your body to bloom? So I really take my health real personal, because it lessens yourself to go to the doctor, because you know we know it's a money thing when you go to the doctor. They inject certain things into your body, want you to eat certain things so they could come and cash in and give you 2 pills and say do this and do that, and I don't believe in that. So I want to fix myself, invest into myself, love myself, to know that I'm going to be on this earth for 165, 9 million and 60 billion years, bro. When the aliens come, me and the aliens partying, you know, like this, you know, me and the big eye ones like this, you know. So I really take my investment into me very serious.
And you showing it, was it to show other people, especially in the industry, entertainment industry, that this is something that we should be doing also? Don't be, you know, West Indian. We're not that worse yet for like a colonoscopy. I don't know about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So was that your say, okay, you know what? I'm not Steelie Bashment, the DJ right now. I'm Steelie Bashment, your friend in the business.
Right.
Was that really what it was to show, say, hey, we could do this as men too, you know?
Of course, after doing research, of course. And a lot of people, like you said, mentally stray from it because of the quote unquote, you know,
the procedures
that we grew up on that we not do, right? But now, if you have a foot injury that, okay, your beliefs in, me not chop off my toe, because this belief say, me not chop off my toe. And the doctor say, okay, if you don't take this, we're going to have to cut off your foot. Would you rather your whole foot cut off because you didn't want to fix your toe? You know, and I'm just trying to use probably a weird analogy, but my thing is, why sacrifice a long-term effect when it can be potentially solved by any means necessary short-term? So I am not going to find out the end results when it's too late to turn back to say, because that's what most of us do. When it reached to that point, yeah, man, do it, man. Yeah, man, do it, man. They might turn all directions to do it because it reached that point there where the doctor say, you're going dead.
But before
you're not doing it because it's your beliefs or your so-called beliefs. But when you're on your last, when you say you have 72 hours to live, what's the difference of you doing it for that 72 hours that he's threatening you compared to when you never had to have that conversation? Make it make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait till that point.
Yeah. Makes what you're saying makes sense. And again, it's brave as a DJ that's selected in this world here.
Right.
That you're in to actually come out and do that. But at the end of the day, health is wealth. And you're an example of that. You could see that you lost a lot of weight. You eat healthy. You're always doing your things.
Right.
You understand?
And again, we're not perfect. Sometimes I cheat on what I'm doing. You know, we all do. But again, I have this mental thought, the older we get is the younger we're supposed to look. No one is supposed to know your age. Everybody's supposed to say, boy, you look like 36. That's a compliment. You look when you know you old as shit. You feel me? So what are you doing to maintain your health, your breathing, the way you sleep? Sleep have a lot to do with it. You know, a lot of little things. Water. I'm big on coconut water. I am so not from the supermarket. I actually buy the coconut them and rub them and drink the water from them. And it's a refreshing feeling of natural water that's going in your body compared to buying it in the store saying it's a natural one, it's full of sugar. It's a lot of things to heal yourself. You know, they have herbal teas, but a lot of people we don't like the taste of new things that's healthy to us versus what we grew up on. Understanding, you know, it's like we always, with a whole heap of sugar, we used to that. You know, compared to drinking tea, right? Compared to drinking teas with no sugar, like,
Who does that?
Who does that? So you have to train your mind to know that it's gonna take getting used to, but eventually
your future self will thank you for that, boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because remember, I haven't eaten meat, no flesh in 10 years.
10 years?
No shrimps, no living. Anything that's living, I haven't eaten in 10 years.
Swim around, fish.
Nothing,
You know what I mean?
Nothing. Nothing that's living.
That's why.
And people ask me why, and I don't have an explanation because things that I decide to do becomes a debate of why you don't do it. You know, I just don't believe, and it's just my thing, that we're born to eat living things. It's just me. They like, you know, it's just my beliefs.
But if it works for you, that's cool.
Yeah, it could go deeper into, God, you know, you have people that's smarter than us that would break down shit to make you don't want to do shit no more. And I don't want to hear it. I don't, the fuck, you trying to be smarter than a fifth grader.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm feeling good within myself, continue to doing. I just don't want to eat any living things, the processed food, what they put in it, how they keeping up with so much fucking chicken all over the world. KFC, Popeyes, Wendy's with the same rascal chicken. Now so much bird there.
Why are they never afraid that I'm gonna run out? One day I'm gonna just run out and have to close this business. Nobody's thinking about that. Yeah. So then clearly you know something that we don't know about.
It's weird. So much fishes in it. It's where, remember, chicken is world global. You know, you go in any restaurant worldwide and get chicken, you know. Mm-hmm. Where they have KFC, hundreds of stores in every city and worldwide with so much, you know. So I'm like, these processed foods, as we know now, is killing a lot of us, you know. So you have to say to yourself, you know, I need to take a stand into investing into my health. And I can't speak for everybody, but I know that, like you said, I can show them, you know, visually. Mm-hmm. I've been slacking up the other day, not slacking up of content I've been slacking up. So I need to get back on it to motivate those who need motivations, vice versa, you know?
For sure. And this other thing here that you'd put up that was personal, this was close to my heart too. I seen that you really connected with your father after 20 years.
Right.
And I mean, the first and only time I've ever met my father was when I was 13. So in my mind, it's like, he lives in the States, he's still around, but it's like, Last, I don't really know you like that, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I know I have a dad, and that's all cool. But when I seen you doing, I said, I wonder what went off in your mind to say that this is what I need to do, or was it a forced situation? How did that situation even come around?
It's, all right. So it's like, I'm going through a situation with my kids. Right. So I haven't spoken to my father in years, because of something, I wouldn't say minor, but at that time, as a little kid, in which you're looking up to your father as, this is my superhero. For him to do something that crushes you as a kid, it kind of trickled from that childhood to my adulthood of not forgiving him what he did. And he continuously sending messages to me to apologize for years. And I never accepted it and never called him or nothing like that. And it's crazy. They always have a saying in life that you never know the hurt or what somebody is going through until it happens to you. And the same situation fell upon my life with my kids, with the disconnection. So I'm like, damn, this is what he felt all these years. And I'm like, it's not a good feeling. So I had to fix that situation to kind of not make anyone feel that pain, of at least give him that closure of, I apologize, of what I put you through these years. And sometimes when you put out that energy, it trickles back into, maybe one day they would apologize for me of the situation of what happened. So it's just that you cannot hold on to certain things that doesn't allow you to function in life because of a past situation that you couldn't control. But I'm just upset that I allowed it to go so long, of allowing him to feel that hurt so long. Because I now understand. And they always say in life, when you and your kids are going through things, oh, them are going to come through, and them are going
They're going to go come look for you.
Them are going to come look for you. But all that time that has been lost. So, okay, you bypass all these years just to come apologize 15 years after, when we could have been sort out the situation and get back to a normal life. As that time passed, I don't know who you are. So it's just going to be an apology, but would we, get back to 15, 20 years that has been missing? Remember, that point of apology, you don't have your life. You don't have your stress. You don't have your family. You don't have where you are go through. It's just something that you had to clear off of your conscience for you to give that person that closure and just to take things off of your conscience. Yeah. So I'm not going to say that, after so many years, me and my father are bench and batty and we going on roller coasters and doing all type of things that we missed. It's just conversations, because you have your life that you're going through. I have my life, check upon you here and there and whatever you want, whatever, boom, boom, boom. But we just have to kind of clear our conscience to people that we love. Like, I don't believe in holding grudges on people. Like, if you don't like me, I love you. Because the situation, my life is, I have to focus on me.
For sure.
Because if we cannot provide for those who depend on us, we failed. So put that energy into making sure that you're healthy, making sure that you can financially try to make it to the best of your ability to provide for your home, and just make sure that those who depend on you are comfortable. And that's my job. Nothing else.
As a man.
As a man. And some people don't understand it, that we're superheroes in our ways. We could never replace our duplicate what mothers do. Because I just feel like fathers have a time frame to continue that love that a kid had for their fathers. Prime example, when a kid reaches 18, them not go in the bed with them father hug up no more. What kind of fish thing that? But when a kid reaches 18, 19, 25, 36, 47, a mommy and that hug up with mommy,
100%. 100%.
So my thing is, we have a limit for that hug up, because after 18, I bounce fists, and handshake,
Everybody's big people. We all have beards.
We have beards. Yeah, we may do a hug up. What that? So I try to embrace those years that we have before that kind of disconnection, but mothers will always have that motherly love that we kiss with mother on the neck, hug up on, So,
mommy is mommy.
Mommy is mommy, bro.
Yeah.
So, that's basically what it is.
No, man, it was good. Again, that this could have been stuff that you handled behind the scenes, but the fact that you put it out with a long caption, again, it helps. Sometimes you don't know who you're helping while you're helping yourself, because a lot of times you might have put that out to make yourself feel better, like I'm doing something. But there's other people that's reading it that's going through the same situation too, that say, you know what? Probably it's time to reconnect, Or probably as a father, it's time that I be a better father than I was before, no matter what the situation was.
And it's sad. It's sad that everyone has their storyline of disconnections, and there's great fathers out there. that
100%.
doesn't deserve what's being thrown at them. And it's sad when, you know, you have deadbeat fathers. We're now putting our energy into them kids, and the ones who putting their energy into the kids that want to be with the kids get the shit end of the stick. So we have to constantly promote wellness for families, whether you're with the baby mother or the wife or not. The kids doesn't have anything to do with whatever you guys are going through. So I don't believe in that at all, of disconnecting the value of family when it's something pure. And a lot of us go through this with pure intentions to make sure that the kids them are all right. But, you know, we can't control what's been placed upon them or poisoned, or, you know, we cannot control that. But we could control who we are and our looking for that word, our continuous love without any distractions to make sure that they get the better life that they've been, been wanting. And that's the responsibilities of a father.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know what? I know I said that was the last one, but we got into more. We got into some more.
Because this could be part 1 and part 2, you know. This could be part 1 and part 2.
100%. Because we got into some deeper stuff that you don't usually hear from sound man and DJ and stuff, right? But you know I'm not going to leave you without carrying you back into the sound business, where I seen just today, I was on Instagram and I seen Killer repost some dubs that you're rinsing last night. I went dancing.
Killer repost it?
Of course. I seen you link you with Killer the other day when you're in Jamaica looking for your the ITAL place. Come on, boss, we don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What Rodney know?
Right.
What kind of link do you really have with Killer?
Killer, he just, most of it goes off of what the artists have been hearing about your consistency. Because everybody know who's relevant and who not relevant and who I spend money and who not spend money. Artists knows that. And for me to still be into what I'm doing, they respect that. So the love that Killer has for me now, because Killer changed who he was again.
100%.
Adapting to what's going on. And he realized that it's just a core of us left that's genuine. And he acknowledges that, these are the dudes that's still doing it. Although I still have pay for me dub, baby. But again, it's an expensive hobby that we love. And we're not looking nothing off of it. But it's the support of the artist that puts out the work also. You put out the work, me I support the work. And it works hand in hand, because it puts me on a platform for me play the Killer them, and the people must say, just like World Bash, just keep tuned. Because when them see me with Killer, everybody else say I'm loaded with Killer, but I've been had them, So it's just a great relationship that me and the artists them have, and I'm glad that they still acknowledge greatness, which is myself.
I hear you. Any contact info right now where they can book you, where they could check you out? Anybody want to big up anything you want to say right now? Before we get you out of here, the floor is yours, 100%.
I Steelie Bashment, all platforms. You have the Twitch, you have the YouTube, you have the what the new thing, TikTok. I try to learn TikTok. I can't learn TikTok, but I want the little things floating over my head like cartel and do them things, but I'm gonna learn it. And then you have the website, SteelieBashmentEvents.com, and all you have to do is just Google it and type in Steelie Bashment. I'm not too far, I'm right there. So, I appreciate again, Muscle, the love that you've been, giving all of the artists, them, all of the sound man them, and just showcasing, their talents, what they do to your network, because that's what it is. You're introducing them to your platform that gives them, and you know, certain people are unappreciative, and I'm giving you your flowers from Noah for doing this from so long to still be doing it, something that you love. You know, sometimes the boss lady I complain say the light bill too high because you have the light them and the lamp them. That's not no light. You got a lamp. You got the lamp all over the damn place. And I complain, but you know, it's the work that you love, and she see that the growth of what you're doing. So continue to do what you're doing,
Brother Steelie.
Blessings.
Maximum respect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out just for now. Bob, Steelie, make sure it's not another 27 years before I see you again.
No, man, then are you, man?
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.